Hello everyone, photographer Andredesignz here with a new retouch video, and today we'll be retouching this image that you see on my screen. Alright, so this image was taken with the Sony a7 III. I was shooting at f9. My shutter speed was at 1/25th of a second. As you can see, oh, it's 1/60th of a second actually. And I was using a one light setup and also a highlighter, as you can see under the eye right here. And yeah, so this image was shot for a company that sells makeup products. So yeah, so I'm gonna start editing this image today. The first thing I'm gonna do is to crop the image for Instagram as usual, and that size or ratio is 4.5 ratio or 4:5 ratio, and it's basically 8:10. All right, so I am most interested in the model's face, so that's how I'm going to crop it, like that. Yes, we're cropping off the fingers, but yeah, that's not the main focus of the image. The main focus is basically the model's face. Alright, so that's it right there. Should be good. Press enter, and then we realize we do not have a background layer anymore, so we're going to go to image, well, not image, layer, and then come here to where it says background layer. Good. Alright, so I'm just going to zoom the image up like this, and the first thing I'm going to do, well, the second thing I'm going to do is to remove blemishes from the model's skin, and we're going to be using the patch tool for that. Alright, so I'm going to create a new layer, and then I'm just going to, make selections for the blemishes, pimples, and, just remove them real quick, just like that. And she doesn't have a lot of pimples, so that's a good thing. Good thing in terms of the speed of editing or the time it will take you to edit the image. Alright, really love her face. Alright, should have fun editing this image. Shouldn't take a long time because her face is really nice. The makeup was awesome. Alright, I think this is a burn. I'm gonna remove that. Good. I like to do removing the blemishes from the skin using a layer instead of using the frequent separation action or high layer in the action. I don't know, this works better for me. Alright, let me see what's happening here. Alright, good. Alright, good. So I'm just going to zoom out the image. Alright, so I noticed that her nail, we need to fix her nail right here. So I'm just going to create a new layer, and then I'm going to hold on an eye and sample the color right here. Then I'm going to get my brush, and I'm just going to paint in the section right here. I'm just going to put this at 59 and just paint this in. Alright, so I'm just gonna sample and paint down, so it matches it. Alright, I'm not sure if, well, this doesn't look realistic. Alright, I'm gonna change the you know what, this is not a good idea. I'm gonna create a new layer from the original one here, and then I'm going to use the clone stamp tool instead. So there's many different ways you can do things like these. Alright, so the clone stamp tool works better. Sample here, bring it down. You have to be careful where you're sampling from, because you might sample and you bring the lines over like what's happening here. Alright, so I've done that, so I'm just going to use the patch tool now and try to make it better. Alright, I think I like what I've done so far. Alright, we could do a little bit more better, but A little bit more neater, but that's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna do frequency separation now. So I'm just gonna come right here to the frequency separation action. And I noticed that the radius is very, very important when you're making adjustment to your images. I'm gonna do 3 for the radius. You want to just ensure that when you look at the image, you can, be able to see the texture in the image. I think maybe 4. Yeah, I think 4 should work. Good. Then I'm going to go to the low layer here, and then I'm going to select the mixer brush. I took my mixer brush from under the brush section here, and my wet is at 22 right now. Everything else remains the same, and I'm just going to brush. Basically, I'm evening out the skin. And when you use the mixer brush, as I mentioned in all my videos, it retains the skin texture. The only thing is that it flattens the image, so you may have to do dodge and burning to, get back the dimension if you need to. It all depends on how flat the image is. So all I'm doing is just paint. Alright. And you want to do it in different sections. If you have a highlighted area right here, you do the highlighted area only. And if the area is dark, you do the dark area only. You don't want to mix them. You only mix them when you're trying to blend a section together. Like for example right here, you want to blend it, so you just go right between the dark and light area. Alright, I think I like this. Let's look at the before and after. So before, and this is before removing the blemishes and also frequency separation, and that's after. And this is only frequency separation. Alright, so I'm gonna continue with trying to blend the image a little bit more, because I don't want to have a hard line between the shadow and the highlights. So I'm gonna continue blending. One of the best things that ever happened to me, is to actually found out about the mixer brush. It's one of the best tools for retouching, trust me. Alright, so I'm going to create a new layer now. I'm going to delete this frequency separation layer because I don't need it anymore. And I'm just going to remove some of the hair from the model's face. Let me zoom this up a little bit more. Let me undo this and do it again. So you want to make small selections. You don't want to make a big selection because it will ruin that section of the image that you're trying to patch. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up our eyes now. So I'm gonna go to clean eyes and teeth. Press B on the keyboard for my brush. Put this at about 29%. You don't want the eyes to be too white, so I want to lower the opacity for the brush. Alright, that works for me. Don't need to do anything else. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick dodge and burn. So I'm going to go to the dodge, and dodge is working on the highlighted area. So just going to see, I'm going to put my brush at flow at 1%. Alright, and then so any section of the image that is dark, that you believe that shouldn't be dark, you can just use the dodge to brighten it up. Alright, I think I like what I've done. Let me just go to burn now and work on the dark areas. I think that's it. Don't think I need to do anything else. Alright, so I am going to color the image now. So if you notice, her face is a little bit pale and her arm is a little bit brighter than her face. Well, not brighter, but more vibrant. So we're going to fix that now. So wait, I think I still need to fix some parts right here. Let me just create a new layer and go to patch tool. Alright, I think I want to create another frequency separation action because this section right here looks a bit rough, so I need to smooth it out a little bit. Alright, I think I fixed it. So before, after, good. So now I'm going to create a new layer again, and I'm going to create another one, and then I'm going to go to camera raw by going to filter and then camera raw, and then I'm going to color the image. My favorite section after retouching is color grading. Let me take a look at one of my presets and see what it looks like. Alright, nah, I don't like the presets. Let me just go back to here. Alright, good. So I am going to play with the primary colors under collaboration. So I'm going to come here for the blue primary. Let's bring this in a little bit, just warm up the face. Alright, I'm going to press OK. What I want to do is to ensure that the hand matches the face. So the hand was already warm, so I'm going to create a mask. So control and then click on the mask right here, and then I'm going to get my brush at 100% for the flow and opacity, and then I'm going to just paint the face. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to lower the opacity for the brush I'm gonna put it at about 27% and then do the arm, the palm, shoulder. Alright, so that looks like it matches. Alright, so I'm gonna go back inside. I'm gonna create a new layer again and go back to camera raw once more and do some more adjustments to the colors. Go to basic and dehaze, just -7. Texture, I think yeah, I think I'm gonna do +5. All right, highlights, just a little bit of highlight right here. Just gonna take out a little bit of highlight. You know, I'm gonna add 2 for highlight, and then contrast, 2 as well. All right, I'm gonna go to the colors and see what I could do. So red is the skin color. Our skin tone. Alright, I think I like that. So guys, you want to ensure that when you're adding, you do not add a lot of adjustment to the image. Just a little bit and see what it looks like. Alright, curve. Alright, so I think I need to smooth it here a little bit more. Alright, so I think I'm done with that. Just gonna smooth out this section here again. I'm gonna delete this frequency separation action so it doesn't mess with the new one. And put this at 3. And I'm going to, you know, smooth out right here. Like that. Alright, I'm done. Alright, so I think I like what I've done. But I think I need to bring the image over a little bit more. This big negative space right here, I'm not sure about it. I wonder if I should just cut off the hand. Alright, I'm gonna cut it off. I mean, a lot of you guys don't like the idea of cutting off the model's hand or any section of the model's body, but guess what? It's my image and I edit it, you know, how I want to be honest. So yeah. Alright, this may look like a weird pose, but yeah. I wonder if I should change the background. Let me see. I'm gonna create a new layer. I am going to create a what color should I use? Maybe brown again. I'm gonna try brown. I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm gonna put brown in the background. So I'm gonna go to properties and I'm gonna click remove background. Don't think I like brown, but let me see if I can play with the colors. Well, no. I'm gonna use this. I think white is better. I'm not gonna play with this. I think white is better. Yes, white. We have some loose hair right here, but I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to remove some of these. Your images doesn't always have to look perfect, trust me. So don't always think that it has to be a perfect image. No. It all depends on the type of client you're working with and also the use of the images. All right. I think I want to add some depth right there, so I'm going to use burn brush. I'm at 27, but I think that's too high. I think that works. Then I could just go to the highlights and just highlight right here and right here, and then lower the opacity. I like that. Maybe it's too bright. I'm gonna put both of them in a, you know what, let me just lower this. Yeah, I think that works. Control G. Alright, that looks good. Alright, I'm not sure if I like what I've just done. Let me just go back and just leave it as it was. For some reason I feel like it should be highlighted and not dark. Alright, I'm just gonna lower the opacity some more so it blends in. Alright, so that is it for the image. I ain't gonna do anything else to it. Or maybe I could just add the blue in shadows. Nah, I don't like that. Alright, so this is the finished product. Or maybe I could try something else. I could add some color lookup. Nah, I don't like that. Good, so this is the finished product. Let me just see if I can do a before and after real quick. So this would be the before, and this would be the after, and then let's say view vertical up. Good. Good. So this is the before and this is the after. Alright, good. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I mean, I could still fine-tune the image, but trust me, it's gonna be a long video because we could still blend here a little bit more, but you guys get the drift, right? So thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for another video. Bye bye.